Now on BBC World News, the biggest African and international news stories. Focus on Africa.
Hello, I'm Sophie Ikenya. Welcome to Focus on Africa, our top stories. With less than a month to go until the Nigerian presidential election, we hear from one of the main candidates, Atiku Abubakar, from the opposition People's Democratic Party. Well, Nigeria's presidential election is now less than a month away. President Buhari is stepping down after 2 terms in office amid mounting discontent in the country due to worsening insecurity and economic hardship. In the run-up to the election, we are speaking to the main candidates vying to take over. They include 76-year-old Atiku Abubakar from the opposition People's Democratic Party. He is a former vice president of Nigeria and has been a candidate for president on 3 occasions. He sat down with the BBC's Azizat Olaoluwa and first started by explaining why leaving a legacy has inspired him to stand.
I have many kids. Children. I brought them up well, sent them to the best schools, both within Nigeria and outside. As I normally tell them, I have lived my life. But if I should bring them all back home, what kind of a country am I going to live for them? I think this thinking that I have is a thinking behind every parent in this country. What kind of a country am I going to live for my kids? Is it a better country than I found it or not? This is one of the reasons behind my perseverance, to run for the office of this country. Not only for my kids, but for the future generation of this country. Everybody's kids.
So what happens if you lose?
That's my fate. I take it in very good faith.
All the regions in Nigeria are facing one security challenge or the other. There is insurgency, banditry, farmer-elder clashes. I can go on and on. So what plans do you have when it comes to security if you win the election?
Well, there are a number of approaches, we have designed as a party and also as a presidential candidate. One of them is more boots on the ground, more equipment, and more training. The second aspect of that is also to consider creating state police where necessary, and so that you can have more levels of policing at various levels, at the state level, at the local government level, at the federal level. Our type of presidential system, was copied from that of the United States. And you will agree with me, in the United States, we have various levels of police. We have federal police, state police, county police, borough police, and even city police. So I think we should review our policing system to make sure that the country is adequately policed at every level, from the village level, up to the local government level, and the state level, and at the national level. So
let's look at the health sector. Poor infrastructure, low remuneration, or poor remuneration of doctors and other medical practitioners, which is aiding the medical brain drain the country is experiencing at the moment. And we understand that about 10,000 Nigerians to 1 doctor at the moment. What plans do you have to address this problem?
Again, it is investment in education. Once your investment in education is targeted, training, more doctors in the country, you are going to produce more doctors. And then it becomes now the issue of will you have a fair remuneration, a living wage for doctors in our country? We can do it. We have the capacity to do it. We will do it. We can.
Now, there are rumors around your health status that you've been going around for treatment out of the country. Can you address that?
I don't go for any major treatment abroad other than normal medical checkup. The only medical problem I have was, if you recall, in 2006, in an election year like this, I tripped from staircase, and injured my knee. And I went to Germany for treatment. I didn't have any fracture. I just have what they call a tendon rupture. and then the tendon was brought back and so that's the only sickness I have. And if the electoral authority says we should produce our medical report, I'm ready to produce my medical report.
In essence, are you saying that if you win the election, you're not going to travel out of the country for any form of medical attention?
As long as whatever medical attention I require is available in the country, I will avail myself of that facility. But if it is not available, what do you want me to do? To sit down and die?
As the president, you'll be, of course, you have all the power to put things in place in the health sector.
Which is going to be cheaper for me to bring in medical personnel from abroad and equipment, or to fly in and out, whichever is cheaper for the country. That's what I'm going to do. Civil
society organizations have been calling for candidates to declare their assets and liabilities. Are you willing to?
I have always done that. I have always done that. The only thing is that, the law doesn't provide that we should make it public. If the law says we should make it public, I will make it public.
The APC wants you disqualified, and this is, of course, based on a leaked audio alleging that it was your voice admitting to some corrupt practices.
Well, all what I know, all corrupt practices or corrupt allegations against me have been investigated in this country more than anybody else, and nothing was found against me.
Well, this is a new audio. Was that your voice or not?
And that audio has disclosed nothing new.
It's not your voice?
Nothing new.
That's Atiku Abubakar from the People's Democratic Party speaking to my colleague Azizat Olaoluwa. And you can keep abreast with all the latest developments with the Nigerian election by visiting the BBC website. Simply go to bbc.com/Nigeria election 2023.